Okay, class, so today we're going to be going over centimeter cubes. So let's get started. Objective. Let's say this together. We will express the length of an object using centimeter cubes as length units to measure with no gaps or overlaps. Okay, let's keep going. Fluency. The race and roll edition, students will take turns rolling a die and states as number sentence by adding the number to the rolled total. So if you roll a 6, 0 plus 6 equals 6. Speed writing by twos. We can race against the clock while we count by twos from 0 to 40. Why do we think learning skills such as these will help us later in this lesson? Any ideas?
Addition facts.
Okay, that's good. Good answer. What are some tools that we can use to measure? Anybody know?
Ruler.
A ruler, okay. Can you think of anything else?
Tape measure.
Okay, good. Good answers. Let's keep going. So here are some examples. We've got a paper clip, we've got a ruler like you said, and we've got a footprint. Let's look down here at the bottom. What unit of measure is best when finding the length of a school bus? Any ideas?
Probably a foot.
A foot? Because we don't want to measure a school bus with paper clips, do we?
No.
No. Okay, the application problem. Jim wants to measure the length of a school bus. What measuring tool should Jim use? Discuss with your classmates. Okay.
Jim should use feet.
Feet, okay. Good, let's keep going. See, if we used our feet, our footprint, look how many footprints it would take to measure that compared to our body compared to the school bus. Now let's take a closer look. Centimeters. Does anyone know what that is?
Are they the other measures on a ruler that aren't inches?
That's a good answer. Down here, we've got inches of a ruler. Up here we have centimeters. If we look 0 to 1 here on the inches, 0 to 1 centimeters, look how much smaller centimeters is compared to the inches. See this centimeter cube? That's what we're going to be learning to measure with. What else do you notice?
They both take up the same amount of space, but there's a lot more centimeters in that space than there is inches.
That's a good answer. You're right. Let's think. What length of measure would work best to find the length of this crayon? Inches or centimeters?
Centimeters.
And why do you think that?
Because centimeters is going to be more accurate. If you use inches, there's not going to be many inches on a crayon, but there's going to be more centimeters, and so it'll get a better measurement.
Okay, good job. Yeah, you're right. Let's try to use some centimeter cubes. How many centimeter cubes were used to measure this crayon right here?
11.
Okay. Do you think that's an accurate measurement?
No.
How come?
Because there's gaps between each centimeter cube, and the centimeter cubes are a lot longer than the crayon.
Okay. So what do you think we need to do to fix this?
We need to put the centimeter cubes side by side touching so that there's no gaps.
Okay. Do you think that this is an accurate number of centimeter cubes that we'll use?
No.
No? Okay, let's keep going. Let's try to connect them together this time. What do you think will happen? Turn to your partner and discuss.
We're going to use less centimeters cubes because when we fill in the gaps, we were still a lot longer than the crayon.
Okay.
So we're going to get a good measure of it that's going to be close to what it actually is.
Okay, good. Now that we've connected them, what do you notice? How many centimeter cubes were used?
9.
9. And is it more of an accurate measurement, you think?
Yes.
It is. That's right. It took 9 centimeter cubes to measure the crayon. Because every cube equals 1 centimeter, we can use them as length units. Now let's compare a pencil to a crayon. We know that a crayon measures 9 centimeters cubes. Do we think a pencil will measure more or less?
More.
And why so?
Because the pencil is longer than the crayon.
Okay. How much longer do you think? Can we make a
The
guesstimate?
pencil is probably the same length as 2 crayons.
Okay. And how many do we have here?
9.
9. So what's double of that?
18.
18. That's a good guess. Okay, so I've got centimeter cubes, a pencil, a crayon, and a ruler. And you and your partner are going to measure each object in centimeter cubes, and then you will record your data on the worksheet.